All right, let's dive in. Today, we are unlocking two of the most powerful tools in any strategist's toolkit. You've almost certainly heard of SWOT analysis, but we're also going to talk about its often overlooked, but maybe even more powerful partner, TOWS.
In this explainer, you're going to learn exactly how to analyze a business using SWOT and turn that analysis into powerful strategies using the TOWS matrix, and how this can be used in real life.
So here's our game plan. We'll start with the basics. What even is strategic analysis? Then we'll get our hands dirty with the classic SWOT. But we are not stopping there. We're going to tackle that big gap between analysis and action, and that's where the TOWS matrix swoops in to help us build real strategies. Finally, we'll put it all together into a complete playbook you can use right away. Okay, first things first. Before you can even dream about where you're going, you have to know exactly where you stand right now. And that really is the whole point of strategic analysis, taking a clear, maybe even brutally honest look at your current position. So, what do we even mean by strategy? Well, at its core, it's a plan. It's not just a wish or some vague goal. Nope, it's a concrete roadmap that lays out the actions and the resources you need to hit a very specific objective. So, how do we build this roadmap? Well, it all starts by looking in two directions at once. First, you've got to look inward at your own company to really understand your unique strengths and pinpoint your weaknesses. Then you look outward at the big wide world to spot those amazing opportunities and identify the threats lurking on the horizon. And the most famous tool for doing exactly this, the SWOT analysis. You can think of it like a complete diagnostic checkup for your organization. It's the go-to, structured way to get all that internal and external info organized. So what is it really? Well, SWOT is probably the most famous tool in business for a very good reason. It's a simple but really powerful framework for looking at those four key areas. And the name itself is just an acronym: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Let's break it down, starting with strengths. Okay, these are internal and they're positive. They're the unique skills, the awesome resources, or advantages that give you a real leg up on the competition. We're talking about a brilliant team, a beloved brand, or some killer patented technology. Next up, weaknesses. These are also internal, but they're the negatives. The things inside your organization that are holding you back. This could be anything, really. Outdated technology, not enough funding, or maybe some crucial gaps in your team's skill set. Okay, now we're going to look outside the company to opportunities. These are external, and they're positive. They're basically favorable trends or changes in the world that you can totally take advantage of. You know, like a new market opening up, a competitor messing up, or a new technology you can jump on. It's all about spotting that new star on the horizon. And finally, we've got threats. These are also external, but they are negative. Think of these as the storm clouds gathering, unfavorable changes that you absolutely have to defend against. Things like new regulations, an economic downturn, or a scary new competitor showing up in your backyard. And here is how it all comes together in that classic SWOT matrix. See? The top row covers everything internal to your organization, your strengths and your weaknesses. The bottom row covers everything external, the opportunities and threats out there in the world. It gives you this single, powerful snapshot of your entire strategic landscape. So simple, but so effective. But, and this is a huge but, SWOT analysis is not a silver bullet. This is where so many people go wrong. A SWOT can be really subjective, it doesn't help you prioritize anything, and most critically, it diagnoses the situation, but offers absolutely no prescription. It tells you where you are, but gives you zero direction on what to do about it. And this leads us to the most important part of this whole thing. We've got this great analysis, but there's a massive gap between that analysis and a real actionable plan. I call it the so what problem. Right? This is that now what moment. You filled out the 4 boxes, you had the big meeting, everyone's nodding along. But then what? What happens next? This is precisely where most strategic plans just die, where a great diagnosis completely fails to become a cure. So the crucial takeaway here, if you remember nothing else, is this. SWOT is the diagnosis, it is not the action plan. It gives you the snapshot, but it does not draw the map to get you from where you are to where you want to go. So, how do we build that path forward? Well, to get that prescription for action, we need to flip SWOT on its head. I mean, literally. Enter the TOWS matrix. This is the tool that transforms our analysis into a concrete strategy. Okay, so the TOWS matrix is an action-oriented extension of SWOT. Its entire purpose is to systematically come up with strategic options by matching your internal factors, your strengths and weaknesses, with your external factors, your opportunities and threats. Here's how it works. The TOWS matrix actually forces you to connect the dots. It takes your internal stuff, strengths and weaknesses, and systematically matches them against your external stuff, opportunities and threats. This process creates 4 powerful strategic questions. For example, how can we use our strengths to really jump on these opportunities? Or how can we use those same strengths to defend ourselves against these threats? This, my friends, is where analysis becomes action. So this whole process gives us 4 types of strategies. First, you have your SO strategies. These are your big growth plans. This is where you use your strengths to go after opportunities. Think of a company with a strong brand launching a new product. Then you have WO strategies, which are all about improvement. You're fixing an internal weakness to go after an external opportunity. Third, ST strategies are defensive. You use what you're good at to protect yourself from threats. And finally, you have WT strategies. These are really about survival, minimizing your weaknesses to avoid getting hit by threats.
So how do you actually use this thing? Well, it's a pretty clear 4-step process. 1, you've got to do your homework and complete a really thorough SWOT analysis first. 2, you match those factors in the TAS grid. 3, you brainstorm specific, actionable strategies for each of those 4 boxes. And finally, and this is so important, you prioritize. You can't do everything at once, so you have to decide which of these strategies will give you the biggest impact.
And there you have it. By combining these tools, you move from just a simple analysis of what is happening to a complete strategic playbook that actually tells you how to move forward. Ultimately, just think of it like this. SWOT and TOWS are 2 sides of the same strategic coin. SWOT is a diagnosis and answers the question, what is happening? But TOWS is the action plan. It provides the roadmap and it answers the most important question of all. What should we do about it? So, to put this into practice right now, think about your own business, your career, or even a personal project. Forget about all the million other things for just a moment and ask yourself this one simple question. What is the single biggest opportunity out there that my greatest strength can help me capture? Start right there.